Are you ready for the new moon in Cancer on Wednesday, June 25th, 2025? This is powerful energy. And it's sextiling Mars and Virgo, squaring Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and it's conjunct Jupiter. There's new home, new energy, and maybe we're getting closer to meeting our new family. Let's talk about it. Pew! Hey everybody, Eric Taylor, BigEAstro, and I'm back again with my transit series talking about the new moon in Cancer. Yes, the Cancer new moon. This is on Wednesday, the 25th, at 4 degrees. And what's powerful about this moon, it's conjunct Jupiter. And the new moon is when the sun and the moon are together. And this is at 6:32 a.m., 4 minutes and 8 degrees. Some people say 31, 4 minutes, 7 degrees, but it actually didn't line up that way, at least not in the west coast of America, but that's okay. So what does the new moon bring? New beginnings, right? It's the first moon or new moon, right, after the summer solstice. So this is bringing in the energy of summer, new beginnings. That square conjunct Jupiter, but the square to Saturn and Neptune and Aries, this is making us feel a little uncomfortable, not feeling so safe and secure in our bodies, questioning our home and our homeland, right? This new moon is pushing us to become more sovereign, to literally, as I've been saying, since last summer and the fall before the election, we must become the president and leader of our own lives, healing that I am energy, that Chiron wound, which Mercury is squaring Chiron. So we have to tap into our inner knowing through our feelings, and even with our analytical and logical mind, take the steps to push through feeling like you can't do anything, feeling like you're helpless, feeling like you need to stay in fear. Remember always, faith over fear. That's on the menu. That's on the agenda. The self-love, right? We still have the Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node at 22 degrees. This moon is kind of trining Haumea in Scorpio. We've got Sedna, Gemini, and Uranus and Venus in a conjunction, 19 and 29 degrees in Taurus. The anaretic degree for Uranus, right? With Pluto still retrograde in Aquarius, we must be prepared for extreme energy, weather, wars, chaos, things with our power grid, our food, our resources. This new moon is preparing us to meet our galactic family beyond the ice wall. Sedna, which Uranus is going to be conjunct on July 7th, you're not ready for what's coming. This is going to be a very powerful energy. And just the day after the new moon, Mercury at 29 degrees in Cancer will be sextiling Uranus in Taurus at 29 degrees. And that is really preparing us for coming home to our physical bodies, for feeling safe and secure. This is an energy that can make people feel extremely patriotic as we get ready for July 4th. At the same time, the veils could start to come down and it can get really thin energetically and spiritually, but between the realms, right? But at the same time, revelation of truth. With Pluto Aquarius and the beginning stages of the age of Aquarius, these lies and deceptions are not going to last for long and cannot hold up in this new earth and this new frequency. And remember, the new earth, it's not another place. It's just being on this planet in your highest vibration with the intention of authenticity, love, gratitude, and joy. Taking time with this moon and sun conjunct Jupiter to expand what it means to feel safe and secure, what family and tribe is for you, your home, right? And, unfortunately, that square to Saturn and Neptune, you may start to feel like the government is failing you. The people in power are misleading you. These things are coming up. The energy is bubbling. What we have to do is find a way, right after the solstice, to come home to our emotional intelligence, come home to our physical bodies, come back home to what makes us feel safe and secure. Jupiter in Cancer until June 30th, 2026 is an opportunity for us to expand our emotional intelligence, right? And to really become more sovereign, knowing that I am the I am and I provide safety and security for my own self and for my family, okay? Not saying all this energy is easy, but it's definitely a new beginning, and it's going to bring us closer to our ascension and meeting our galactic family. Whether it's under the waters, from the sky, above the ice wall, it's coming. So strap on, get your boots ready, get your batteries, your flashlights, get your food, your water, faith over fear, and know that this sextile to Virgo and Mars is really to help you plan and strategize. Mars in Virgo, my natal placement, is heavy mental. And this is really helping you to problem solve, to connect with your physical bodies, to properly eat, fruits and veggies for your digestion. I'm not anti-meat or saying don't eat meat, but it does really kind of lower your vibration and frequency. It's very thick and heavy and dense. And right now, right, we are light body human beings. The light comes through our palms. Take your palms up to the sun. Take off your shirt. Let your chest and breast and belly touch the sun, so you can get the light codes and the frequencies from the sun. It's really emitting X-class and M-class solar flares seems like every day, every other day. This is changing Gaia Mother Earth, and it's time for us to remember. This is an awakening to remember who we have always been, who we truly are, and that we are free and sovereign, and that we have to choose to no longer be victims. It is time for freedom, liberation, and sovereignty. And this is the new moon to bring in, right, a Uranian degree, right, to bring in this new energy, and new earth and new reality. So let's get to the chart for the new moon in Cancer. And this Cancer new moon is strong. It's really strong. And just know, when you've got the ruler of the moon in its home sign, it's very sensitive. People think that's a bad word. No, it means you are aware and observing the energies that you feel. So feel it in your stomach and your gut. Feel it in your chest and breast, right? Vibrate from your heart and know that you're going to be all right. And the old world, it has to fall and crumble. I'm not saying it's going to feel good, and I'm not saying it's comfortable or easy. But Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees and get ready to go to Gemini, you better be prepared and ready and get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let's look at the chart. BigEAstrology, Cancer new moon. Pew. All right, Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, 6:32 a.m. Eastern, 3:32 a.m. Pacific. And, I'm on the West Coast, so this gives us a Gemini rising. All right, and Jupiter just left Gemini, and we are on June 9th, we're in Cancer season, and you see this sun and moon here, okay, 4 degrees, in the sextile to Mars and Virgo, conjunct Jupiter, right? Which is really very powerful. Because remember, Jupiter is also sextiling Mars, And this Jupiter in Cancer is the divine feminine awakening. This is the year of the divine feminine awakening. We're closing up the patriarchal system in a universal 9 year. Okay? You're going to see. And not in a toxic way where, oh, toxic masculinity, all men are bad. No, we got to stop that. But, tapping into the sacred masculine and the divine feminine and, reawakening the goddess energy, which you see out of the oceans, the grandmother goddess energy of Sedna. This is going to bring new food and new algae, new species, or species that have already been here, mermaids, fairies, woolly mammoths, and beyond. We don't know what's going on with the dolphins and the octopuses, right? But this Uranus is getting ready to come in the square right on the next day, which you're already feeling, all right? It doesn't have to be exact that you don't have to feel it, with Cancer, Mercury, sextiling Uranus Taurus. So this is where, when we are at the beach, when we are at the trees, when we are connecting to the mycelium network, we can literally get that poking, tapping sound from the tree and tap in and talk to nature, talk to the trees. They hold the wisdom. Your plants know, just like your dogs, when you're about to come home within like a mile away. That's powerful. This Venus conjunct Uranus, go out there and ground at this new moon in nature. The morning of the 25th, set your intentions, speak the truth that you are home. You are safe and secure in your physical body. Your heart, your soul is aligned, right? And you're connected to your ancestors and your galactic family. Speak it, okay? This square with Jupiter, Sun and Moon, right, to Neptune and Saturn, this is really telling us that, what we're seeing at this time may not be, so real. What we're experiencing may not be true, right? Getting pushed into a battle or conflict that is not real because it was created by a false flag, that America does not need to participate in things across the land, right? So we've got to really focus on that and consider that. Remember, America is a Sagittarius ascendant. So, and because the Independence Day is July 4th, the Sun, Moon, and Jupiter are in the 8th house, right? Other people's resources. Some of these tariff deals, will they continue to go down? Will they backfire? What laws and judgments will be ruled against the policies of immigration and not allowing other people into our country? There's Mercury in Cancer squaring Chiron. How can we use our emotions and our emotional intelligence to talk to our younger selves, to heal our childhood wounding, where we were right? To play small. Don't say that. Don't do that. Kids don't do this. Don't ask that question. Well, why not? So long, right? Children were to be seen and not heard. All the things that our parents told us as Gen X, right? The boomers, a lot of it wasn't true. Just like the teachers, the history books, the television. So now we're awakening and we're remembering this galactic energy and our galactic origins, right? This is a great time to tap into the Akashic Records, right? With Debbie Solaris, with Rebecca Vidanoff, with Amy Robeson, with Amanda Romania. 4 amazing women that I've had on my podcast. And there's so many more out there. But I can vouch for those ladies, right? But really, and then, tap in to yourself on a soul level. I have my unconscious soul chart. 88 days before your birth, your soul was formed in your body, and it's connected to the gene keys, which gives you a new birthday. So if you're a Virgo, you may be a Gemini. If you're a Pisces, you may be a Sagittarius, and you may have a new moon and rising sign. This is something you can see on BigEAstro.com. But, remember this Pluto Aquarius, we find the emotional intelligence and feeling safe and secure by doing the transformation and the transmutation. You got to do the shadow work. It's not easy for fire and air signs to be introspective. Earth and water, we do it all day, every day. And sometimes it's too much. We need to learn from fire and air. Forget about it. Just go have some freaking fun. Who cares? Right? But that ride can only last for so long before you're regurgitating and your stomach is sick and you're nauseous because you can't come home to yourself. You don't know who you are. Well, the earth and water sign friends, they're going to be here to help guide you, and you can help guide them to heal the Chiron wound, to be more initiative, to be more assertive and aggressive. They can help you with the Pluto wounding, to heal the traumas, to do the soul searching, to heal your inner child. We need each other. We have to find our tribe. This is why I created my Knowledge is Love Tribe community. Come join, $18 or $5 a month, right? www.community.BigEAstrology.com. It's important. And we're going to have our second tribe meeting on the 27th. You don't want to miss it. But, please understand that this energy, these placements, this time, you're not going to, trust me when I say, Uranus will retrograde back, I think it's in early November, to Taurus. And then it goes back into Gemini for 7 years, April of 2026 to 2033, well, really 2034, before it permanently goes into Cancer. Because it'll retrograde into Cancer. It will go into Cancer and retrograde back to Gemini and then go back into Cancer for good in 2034. The next 7 years, 26 to 33 and to 34, I mean, you're not going to recognize the technology. You're not going to recognize travel, financial. Everything is about to change. You have to be ready to embrace it. And so that means you've got to heal your childhood wounds. You've got to do your shadow work. You've got to work on your gut health and do a parasite cleanse and intermittent fasting. You've got to know you are more than just this physical avatar body, this meat suit. You are connected and you are source. God is within you. Christ consciousness is within you. It is not a sin. Astrology is in the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. The Magi, the three wise men, were astrologers. Yeshua is not born on Christmas. He's born on September 11th with a Virgo sun and a planetary joy in the 9th house. The Pisces moon in its planetary joy in the 3rd house. And the Capricorn rising. Let that go through the rinse cycle for a second. Think about that. Intuitively tap into your Lilith. See if that resonates with you. And allow, right, this Lilith over here in Sagittarius to, to tap in. It's hot. It's summer. Be out in the sun. Move your hips and thighs. Ground in nature. Tap into your body. Connect to source. Okay? Well, that's nice that Lilith actually came back to Scorpio for this new moon. So the Lilith is it's a little out of it, but it's kind of trining the Mercury. Well, it is trining the Mercury in Cancer, and you could still say it's in the trine to the Pisces North Node. So it's a little loose, but we're kind of working with a grand water trine. Okay? Mercury, Cancer, Lilith and Scorpio, and the Pisces North Node at 22 degrees. So it's a 5-degree orb, and 6 degree with that. But you're going to feel that energy, okay? So I want you to really tap in and trust what you're feeling. Connect in the flow, right? Use your intuition and your psychic ability and realize that you are empathic. Your gifts are going to come online. They're going to awaken. Do the breath work. Right? Not only grounding and earthing in nature, but get your crystals, right? Get the shungite to get in the bathtub, right? Like Missy, she's part of my community, said from Missy Mysteries. But also charge your water, okay? And with Lilith tapping into the black moon Lilith and Scorpio, the North Node in Pisces, that spiritual dream and destiny, imagination and creativity, and Mercury in Cancer, This is being in the flow, tapping into your intuition with your words and knowing you are free. You are a spiritual giant. You are gifted. You are clairaudient, claircognizant. You can activate your clairs. We got to stop playing small. And this Cancer new moon conjunct Jupiter is telling us it's time to go big. Big feelings, big emotion, big sensitivities, big emotional intelligence, big tribe, right? Big caring. Pisces North Node wants you to practice compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for yourself first. So take the time with this Cancer new moon to journal and write down as you ground in earth and nature, whether you're at the beach, by a tree, your backyard, in a park, hiking on a mountain, that whatever you desire, you can speak it and claim it. And with gratitude, you can attract it to you. You don't tell the universe you want anything. You thank it with gratitude that you've already received it. And you're in gratitude for this Cancer new moon and all the change that's about to come. Because it is going to make you the highest version and the best version of yourself if you walk into the ascension, if you walk into knowing you're safe and secure, if you walk into your spiritual discipline 30 minutes to an hour a day. It's time. No more playing small. Let's get healed. Let's get healthy. Let's get wealthy. And let's get going to the new earth, the new reality, and a new version of ourselves. I'm Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, and this is the Cancer new moon. All right? We're going to be good. And remember that is a Cancer degree, that 4 degree, but it's very connected, the number 4, to the Uranus energy. All right? Eric Taylor, BigEAstrology, and I know you're going to enjoy the Cancer new moon. Peace. Ah, yes. Home sweet home. And, there could be questions about, Americans questioning their government and leadership, but there's also going to be this feeling of, you know what? I love my America. I love my home. I love my nation. You may feel that in England, Australia, in Botswana, right? In Germany, in Haiti, in Puerto Rico, in Sweden. But I want you to come home to your emotional intelligence. I want you to feel the energy and to know that you can block out anything. You can set the intention. You can choose joy and happiness. You can always choose faith over fear. And you need to choose freedom, liberation, and being sovereign. All right? It's time. Our galactic family is coming. And we have got to be ready to come home to our physical bodies and connect to the wisdom of Gaia, Mother Earth, and the trees and nature. They're here to support us and help us. Please understand that. Bare feet on the ground, palms on the ground. These are conductors. Let your hands and palms hit the sun. Take off your sunglasses in the sun. Stop putting on suntan lotion and the sunblock. That's creating the C word. That's toxic and poisonous. Go sun gaze as sun rises, sunset, so your body knows how to integrate the light codes of the sun and activate your melanin. Keep your hair long. It keeps you, not just on a high vibration, but it taps you in to sensory information that is beyond your 5 senses. We really have, I think it's like 13 senses. Mercury, trine Lilith, trine North Node. Get in the water. Wednesday. Find some water, a lake, a pool, an ocean. Find some water. All right. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this new moon in Cancer video on Wednesday, June 25th at 6:32 a.m., 4 degrees, 2025. I'm Eric Taylor, BigE Astrology. Email me if you have any questions, Eric at BigEAstrology, BigEastrology.com. Sign up for my newsletter and book services at BigEastrology.com. Join my community at community.BigEastrology.com. Become a tribe member, get discounts, coffee talks for free, discounts for my podcast guests. You get everything for $18 a month. For $5 a month, you still get to be in the group. We've got about 15 groups now, and it is a beautiful tribe, growing, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm so honored and amazed by the people. Each one is so gifted and talented and spiritually aligned, and I'm just an honor to be a part of this group, let alone that it's the community that I created with my amazing wife. So, Cancer New Moon, I embrace you. I am ready for you. I am in the flow, and I am ready to become more sovereign and emotionally intelligent, safe, and secure. Happy Cancer New Moon, good people. BigE Astrology. Peace.